So today what we're going to do is continue to improve our understanding and our pronunciation of different speech sounds in English. And as you remember last week, I told you that that topic is going to come up in the further weeks as we go along. So let's just quickly recap what we learned last week. We learned that different people pronounce speech sounds differently, and that these differences can be called an accent, okay? And we compared accents across different regions of English-speaking countries. And we concluded that everybody, even native speakers, have accents. For example, we looked at car, which can be pronounced as car, car, or as ka, ka. And it doesn't really make a difference. So the goal isn't to speak without an accent, because everybody has one. The goal is to speak as to avoid confusion, okay? And that is what we're going to continue this week. And we will learn when exactly these confusions arise between different speech sounds. And we will learn two new terms, phonemes and allophones, and what the difference is. And then for the rest of the class, you will have activities in which you will practice these speech sounds with minimal pair exercises that you already know from before. Okay? So while in a lot of accents it doesn't really matter, there are some situations when speech sounds do really make an impact. And if we can get a video, we will listen to a sound.
Hello? This is the German Coast Guard.
We're thinking.
What are you thinking about?
So everybody understood the difference there. Did you all hear it? Yes? Okay, that's good. So when he says, this is the German Coast Guard, did you have difficulty understanding who he was? No? Good, very good. But when he said, what are you thinking about, and pronounced it as thinking, that caused a bit of a confusion, didn't it? Yeah. So we can understand some speech sound differences, but others lead to confusion. And the important aspect is to focus on the bits that do lead to confusion, and that is the part that we will need to improve if we wish to change our speech sounds when learning a foreign language, specifically English. So accents matter when different speech sounds lead to different meanings, okay? And this is where we're going to introduce our new term of the lesson, which is an allophone, okay? You're already familiar with phonemes when you learned the sounds. We went through the alphabet, the phonemes, okay? And allophones are different speech sounds that do not change the meaning of the word, okay? So that is how they are different from phonemes, which do change the meaning of words. So let's look at some examples and try to decide if the following sounds are allophones or phonemes, okay? You already know these two, you heard it just now and last week. So when we say think and pronounce it as think or sink, does that make a difference in meaning? Yes, very good, that does. And when we say car and say car or car, does that make a difference in meaning? No, very good, okay? So when the meaning doesn't change, these are allophones, and when the meaning changes, these are phonemes, okay? And this will depend on your own accent. I know a lot of you are from very different countries, so going back to the accents last week, you know, it will depend on what your accent is. So you will find some of these very difficult to tell the difference, and some of these will be very easy for you, okay? But the point is that they do make an impact, so you will need to pay attention to them. For example, thinking, Big Ben, and crown. If you change even just one phoneme, the result will be very different. What are you thinking about? We saw the pig pen in London, and the Queen with a clown. We can all see the problems with that. Yes? Okay, that's great. So what we'll do is practice minimal pairs, and you will get out your exercise sheets that will have these lists of minimal pairs for the consonant sounds that are phonemic, that are phonemes, okay? So as an example, if you look at the last example in the second column, sing and thing, sing and thing, the German Coast Guard, from the sound that we heard, would pronounce it the same way. So he will circle that minimal pair to signify that these sounds are the same for him, okay? And these are the sounds that he will have to pay attention to. So I want all of you to take out your exercise sheets and go through this and say the words, the minimal pairs. And if you notice yourself saying it the same way, then circle them.